The next deadly psychological sin is worry. It's worry. Worry reacts to the possibility of danger versus the probability of danger. In psychology, we call it hypervigilance. Not that vigilance is completely unnecessary. We need to be on guard. There are dangers in the world. But worry reacts to the possibility of danger, and the possibility of danger is almost unlimited. The problem with hypervigilance or worry is that it doesn't achieve the protection that one hopes it will achieve. It's a known fact in abuse counseling victims of abuse, that those that have been abused, those that have been victimized, are often re-victimized. And we think the reason for this is that they are hypervigilant. They're so afraid of everything that their nervous systems literally get worn out and they miss the actual threat, and they're not able to defend themselves against that. Worry is blind and cannot discern the future. The reason we worry is that we hope it's going to help us predict any kind of potential threat out there, but it doesn't work that way at all. It doesn't discern the future. It's blind. So for no other reason, reject this habit of worry, because it just doesn't achieve what you think it's going to achieve. The replacement for worry is trust. Now, I know trust sounds like a very dangerous proposition, particularly to some of you, those of you whose trust has been horribly violated. But it's worse for you to never trust than it is for you to distrust. So I suggest that you learn to trust, but that you learn to trust intelligently. All institutions, all social entities, whether it be a family or a church, or even a society, function on the basis of trust. When trust falls away from a given society, that society makes a cultural descent. A society cannot prosper when there's no trust between the members of society. The same thing is true of smaller societies like families and friendships. Trust provides a foundation for healthy functioning in relationships and healthy functioning in individuals as well. What we find in psychology is that there's a little chemical in your brain called oxytocin that is kind of the mediator for trust. It's the thing that's working in your brain when you're forming a trust bond. Research shows that injected oxytocin increases the willingness to take social risks. So if I were to inject you with oxytocin, this little chemical in your brain, then you would be more inclined to talk to a stranger or more inclined to form a new friendship. There's research on loneliness and how it relates to trust. Quote, loneliness was negatively correlated with each measure of trust beliefs and trusting behavior. The bottom line is that trust is worth the risk, even though it does bring certain risk factors. In fact, there is no such thing as trust without risk. You do away with risk, you do away with trust. But even though there's a risk involved in trusting, it is worth the risk, particularly if you learn how to choose your friends well, and how to choose confidants well, and how to conduct your life in an intelligent manner. What you will find is you will be disappointed in other people less and less, and that those trust bonds will build, and that trust itself will form the foundation for healthy functioning in you and in your relationships.